Hey folks, it's Danny, and tonight it's all about Prince. This brings a lot of Prince's funky ideas, funky arranging ideas together. 1999, absolute classic. I had to include this because everybody plays it differently. Everybody says the chords are something different to what they sound like to me. It's a combination of the keyboards. You know, there's lots of notes in those key parts, stringy sort of sounds and pads. But you know, if you listen really hard, there's a very dry little scratchy guitar coming through. You can hear some notes on top, and putting that together with the shapes that we know Prince to use, I reckon this is what is going on. So in a minute, I'm going to loop this up and we'll have a listen. I'll play some faux keyboard parts on the guitar and we'll put this over the top. But for those of you who want to try this at home, this is what I think is going on. You'll see it in the tabs anyway, but F7 up at the 8th fret, I'd call that an F11, I guess. But it's a very precise rhythm. It's like 1, 2, 3, up. I reckon the first time it ends on that sort of F11. And then the second time it's exactly the same riff, but ends back on the F7. That's what it sounds like to me. Happy for you to make your own comment about what you think it sounds like. That's what I reckon it is. That's guitar 1, of course. Then there's guitar 2, which has the wah on it. Now this one is different all the time. It sounds very improvised and it's very typical Prince. And if you watch some live clips, you can see him doing all sorts of different things. But the basis of it is that right on beat 1, he does a little F, E flat, C. And then there's a on every 2 and 4, the typical backbeat. Sometimes he does that, slides up to a D and F on beat 3. And then on the second bar is just, and then a chord, which I think this one sounds really good. So it's like an F13. I'm playing 6, 7, 7, or the flat 7, the 3rd, and the 13th or 6th. So that's it, and then it starts again. But that could be, you know, that Prince loved having the 11th deep in the middle of his 9th chord, but it just sounds great with a wah on it, that sort of chord, because it's just this fat blur of notes all together. So he could be doing it there, he could be doing like a 13th there, well it's the same as that one, or you know, maybe something down there, maybe that same. You know, this is the thing about 7th chords, right? Anything, nearly anything is a 7th chord. I'm telling you that's an F7, but you know, this could be an F7 because you've got your 5th, your root, you've got your 11, your 13, and your 9. So why isn't that an F7? Well, it is. All right, I'm going to put some bass down. I'm going to get a 909 pattern going on the boss, and put a bass line down. I'll try and emulate the keyboard parts, and then we'll put these 2 guitar parts on top and see how that all sits, see how it hangs together. All right, there's our bass line. Okay, keys part. All right, there's something like our keyboard part. That's pretty cool. All right, now we've got to work out this. clearly having way too much fun. Seriously though.